the scroll handles that and forth following the spiral, mirrored. I also have a series of shape keys that allow this scroll to furl and unfurl. What I would like to do is to turn that into an animation that sort of matches these handles. So let's take a look at that. All right, so I've got about a dozen of these scroll shape keys. I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and insert one of them every 4 frames or so. So what I'll go ahead and I'll do is I will, right here, making sure that all of these are set to 0. Not having it selected, I will go ahead and I will push I to insert, and I have a keyframe here. Now I will also go back to the opening frame, and I will insert a keyframe here as well. I will put this at a 0, and it's inserted a keyframe there. So we can see that it's beginning to unfurl. Now let's see if we can continue that. So what I'll do is I'll go to frame 8 or so. I will come over here and I will push I to insert a keyframe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change this to a 0. I will change this to a 1, and I will push an I to insert. And hovering over, making sure I don't have anything specifically selected, I will hover over this value and I will push I to insert. And we'll see that this has changed yellow. If I go back a frame, I'll see something wonky is going on. And we'll see that I've got green right here on scroll 3, and it's set to 1, even though I had it set to 0. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that back to 0. And let's just kind of take a look at this. If I move through, we can see that it's starting to unscroll. So we'll kind of continue with that process, but being aware that as we insert keyframes, there's this color coding to be aware of, and things can get a little bit wonky. But basically, I'm looking for things to be yellow and set at the appropriate value. So I'll go ahead and I'll continue with this. I'll go to frame 12, and I see that I've got some green values here. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change this to a 0. I'll change this to a 1, and I need to, hovering over it, insert a keyframe. Let's continue and see if we can keep this working. I'm going to go ahead and I will change this to a 0. I will change this to a 1, and I will hover and insert my keyframe. Now we can see something crazy happens. So let's just go back and examine these other frames, and we'll see that, oh yes, look at that. These values were added here, so it's just something to be aware of. In that first frame, I would like everything to be set at a 0. Looking at the beginning, you can see that it seems to be unfurling more properly. I'm going to stop there and I'll jump ahead and make some more of these changes, and we'll see where we get. So now we can see that they match up a little bit better. So now let's just go ahead and scale this so that it matches just a little bit better yet. So there's our spiral animation, which we have running from 0 to about 48 frames. So what I guess I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll grab all these keyframes. I will push S to scale it, and I'll see if I can't make this just a little bit larger. Let's grab it and move it over and see how that matches up. Let's take it back to the beginning and push play. A little bit out of sync, but pretty close. I'll play with that a little bit. The other thing that I can go ahead and do on this then is go ahead and duplicate it. And I can move it out this way, and I can scale it so that it reverses like so, and roughly place it like this. Now this is going to be way off, but we get the general idea. With a little bit of tweaking, I can get those things to match up just a little bit better. So we'll stop there and move on to the next step.